Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Now, I guess I've just decided that I'm just gonna make a bunch of videos where I just speak off the top of my head and just speak a bunch of random shit because I don't even know what goes on up here, but I feel like if I say it out loud, then maybe I can get a better grasp on it. But lately, I've just been observing, as I always do. That sounds really fucking cheesy, but essentially, there are times where I just kind of feel what's like happening in the environment around me, the world around me. I see observations, and I've noticed something that's kind of like increased over time as I've got older, as like the years have gone by, and it's that like people are ruthless to each other for no reason. And this has like been a thing. This isn't like some big news like ooh, but I've noticed it, and I feel like I've just noticed it more and more like every day, like how much we kind of lack the willing to want to understand like what others are going through. Instead we'll immediately judge someone for a certain thing, a certain reaction, and we will judge that person around that. We will spread things about said person because of one slight thing. But like, for example, right, you could be pulling up to work and Jerry, it's a random name, Jerry, maybe, you try to talk to him, but he's, just very dismissive. He's kind of, maybe a bit rude or just a bit like, he just doesn't want to talk, but, you don't know Jerry's, grandmother could have just passed away, but you wouldn't know that. But instead we make assumptions and we immediately take it into a personal thing. And therefore, like, say said person gets upset because of Jerry's reactions. They don't know Jerry's grandma passed, right? And they start spraying a bunch of mean things about Jerry, and Jerry's an asshole, Jerry's this, and all of a sudden Jerry is the asshole of the workplace, but no one is even stopping to consider what Jerry is going through. Yeah, that's a very weird random example I just came up off with like off the top of my head. But this is just something I've noticed more and more lately, like especially the internet. Like, the internet's always been a very hostile place. You gotta be careful, because people are just like ruthless to each other all the time. I mean, I just, I feel like in the prime world, in this utopia of a world that, that one day we can just all be happy and, with our own, celebrate our own individual point of views as well as others, and kind of all just be happy with our differences. Instead, nowadays we see differences and we attack someone because they have a different, view than us on anything. But that just doesn't solve anything. That just creates even more tension. Again, this isn't new news or anything. Like, this has been known. I just can't help but to notice it more and more nowadays. I just feel the world becoming a more and more like hateful place every single day, and I don't know why it is. I even just down to YouTube, the content that's so popular and just everything. It's all like hate thrown towards this person, that person, and whether it be rightfully so or not, it's like, when did it happen that like we just mutually decided that like I don't know, we dedicate our lives to trying to, push other people down to, bring ourselves up. Like, I don't know, it's just weird. I've noticed it more and more nowadays, and it just makes me sad because, like, if we did have like understanding and stuff, and if we, looked at like, say someone has like emotional reaction to someone, and we were open into thinking like, oh, this person, we don't know what they're going through, but kind of just assume the worst in a sense. Like, don't because hopefully nothing is going bad with that person, but if someone has maybe isn't reacting in a way that you'd like, or may not be the most kind, just try to think of like, they could be going through something like really, really terrible that you don't know about. But we don't do that nowadays. We see someone's reaction to something, it's always just this constant battle, and that it's such a cheesy phrase because like it's a no for, but it's like, hurt people, so it essentially just gets spread. And now I just look around nowadays and I just see that, and I wish I could change it. Like, it sounds so weird, like kind of maybe like selfish on my part, but like, it just makes me sad because like I feel like the world wasn't like always like such a war, what's it called, like a war zone, just all around. I look and it's like, even in my life, I always feel like I have to be careful, kind of walk on eggshells a bit nowadays. Like, I know certain people that have to walk on eggshells around because like, I know it's like, if I do the slightest thing, you know, whatever, it's like immediately it's just like, you know, things can get spread and it sucks. I mean, but just to anyone, I don't know. I just wish it'd be cool to see the world have. I mean, like more of willing to like understand each other and like. I'm trying not to say I don't know because I say that word so much. It's my favorite word or set of words. Yeah, that's it though. Much love. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.